I'm Amy from Doodle Dog Designs. I have previously made some hooked rug ornamental corn and some punch needle ornamental corn, but I wanted to make some ornamental corn out of fabric for those of you that don't do rug hooking or punch needle. I have some old chenille blankets that I use for crafts that have holes and other problems that are no longer good for bedspreads. And so I'm going to use some of it. I took a piece that I had, and I coffee dyed it. And I have a pattern here. It's a rectangle that's curved on one side, and this is the pattern that I used for the hooked rug ornamental corn. It's a free pattern, but I shrunk it down to about 60%, I think I did, when I printed it. Now I want to make sure that my corn is going this way, so I want to cut it out long ways on the fabric. And I'm going to take it and fold it in half with the right sides together. I'm going to do it a little bit different than I did the hooked rug one. The hooked rug one I hand sewed both ends, but I think this one I want to machine stitch this end. So I'm going to curve, after I folded it in half, I'm going to go ahead and cut this side also so it's curved. So it looks like that when you open it up. So I will stitch all the way along here, all the way down to here, and leave this opening for turning. I'm using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now I'm going to turn it right side out. Then I'm going to stuff it. I'm just using some polyfill type stuffing. Use whatever kind of stuffing you like to use. And I have a needle and thread. I'm going to go down about 1/2 inch or so and do a running stitch, a gathering stitch all the way around. Then I'm going to tuck this end, tuck the raw edges in right where I had the gathering stitch. And then I'm going to gather that tight and tie it off. This will give me a little bit more of a curved look to the end of my corn cob rather than just a flat seam. On my hooked rug corn and my punch needle corn, I did this twisted paper raffia. I untwisted it. I made the corn husk with that, but I think it's too similar in color. It would look very bland if I use that. I have this dark burlap, and I'm going to use it for my corn husks. You can see it's got some issues, but I will just use part over here next to the hole, and I'm going to cut a piece about that wide, and I want it to be a little bit longer than my corn. Then I'll cut another one about the same size. Now I'm going to take the one end and I'm going to angle it a little bit so it looks like a corn husk. I've got some jute, and I will take the two pieces here and I'm going to layer them on top of each other. So this is overlapping about halfway, and then I'll put this corn right in the middle, and I want it up a little bit high, and then I'm going to wrap this around, and I'm going to take a piece of jute and tie in a bow. I think it needs to go just a little bit more like that. Now this bottom part, I want to wrap the jute around right below the bottom of the corn and get that tight. I'm just going to wrap it around several times, and then I'll tie it again in the back. And cut that off. If you wanted to have a little silk in it, you could get some Spanish moss and add that around in it also. Like it's a little too long down here, I'm going to trim some of this off. So I feel like it's just kind of blah looking still, so I'm going to try adding some color to it. So I'm going to take the corn out, and I'm hoping I'll be able to just slide it back in later. And I've got some red paint. I've got a stiff bristle brush. I tried watering down the paint a little bit on this first try, but I decided I didn't really care for it that way, so I went back and redid it without watering down the paint. And then I have this mustard. And then I've got an orange. I don't really have to paint the back side, but I do want to make sure I get the tip here. I'm liking the added color, but it's a little bit too vivid for me. I need to tone it down a little bit, I think. So I'm going to take this Home Decor wax. This is a water-based product. It's a folk art, and I'm going to water it down. So since it's a water-based product, I can water it down. I've got a big fluffy brush here this time. Get most of it out of my brush. And I'm going to brush it over the top. I will let that dry, and then I will reassemble. So I'm going to untie this here and slide it back in. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe below. I'll see you next time. Bye.